I'm super excited to introduce both Blake and Noah over at Crawford Laundry. They have performed a masterclass in marketing, and I'm so excited to hear their story because they're in a town of less than 1,000. They've got about 850 people population, and they carved out a strategy to go after the neighboring community with about 125,000 people there. Their marketing is just a pure masterclass. Amy, who's one of our creatives, has been saying, Matt, you got to interview the fellows over at Crawford Laundry because she's never seen, and I haven't either, seen better marketing for Laundromat. She put it on the caliber of Apple, and I'm like, really, Apple? And she goes, well, Apple for Laundromats because it's consistent branding. You guys have just done an amazing job. The growth has gone from 0 to 5 figures per month in just 5 months. And in about 4 months after that, it doubled. So this was not by accident, this was by design. And I'm really excited to hear your guys' story, also go over some of the marketing. And I recommend to everybody to follow their social media accounts on Facebook. So that's Crawford Laundry. So welcome to the podcast. And I'm just curious how you got into the laundry business.
Yeah, kind of by accident. So we're mainly real estate investors. The little local laundromat came up for sale and it just sat there. And we thought, how hard can it be? So we got it, and it was kind of a zombie mat. Got in there and remodeled it. It was just self-service. We had half the building was a tire shop, half was a laundromat. And the tire guy moved out, and we couldn't find anybody to fill that space for months. And I had been watching your videos on YouTube about this business. And we just thought that'd be perfect. We've got the space and, I think we can make this happen. So that's kind of how we fell into it.
Oh, fantastic. And when you first took over the laundromat, were you doing wash and fold, or at what point did you add wash and fold to it?
It was probably, like a year in or so?
Yeah, we bought it in August of 2022. It would have been, about a year into it. We decided let's try something different, whether it was kind of the first initial idea I think was dry cleaning, but then it quickly turned to wash and fold, and that's really when the idea first sprouted. So then it just took off from there.
As soon as that tenant moved out and we just couldn't find anybody to lease it, so it's just kind of a perfect fit.
Turned out to be a real blessing. You couldn't find a tenant for the laundromat.
Yes. Yeah, it did eventually.
Same kind of thing happened for us on the wash and fold side. We were not doing wash and fold ourselves. We were outsourcing it to a third party who just had to sit behind the counter, and they're making bank. And it turned out they wound up stealing from us, starting the machines. They figured out how to start the machines for free. So we're like, okay, no more of that. We're going to begrudgingly take over wash and fold. And that turned out to be the biggest blessing ever, because otherwise we wouldn't be here in wash and fold and pickup and delivery. At what point did you add pickup and delivery to the wash and fold side of the business?
Right at the very beginning. We took a lot of time to kind of slowly prepare for this business. We wanted to make sure we understood the software. We had, a good plan. We had some help, and we actually went out and visited your mom at Suds and just kind of got everything kind of figured out as best as we could before we began. And when we began, we had pickup and delivery right off the start.
Nice. And I saw you had the global industrial shelves, the same type of shelves we have over at Suds, same type of bidding system. Yeah. So how was that visit? Was that, because I saw you took some things with you, which is great. That's the whole purpose. I was just wondering how that was as far as helping you in your journey.
The main thing it did for me, and maybe for Blake too, is it just instilled a lot of confidence in me that we can do it. And
considering how small of a laundromat we have.
Yeah, we have a tiny laundromat, and like y'all's laundromat is really nice, and the part that's open to the public, and not trying to be mean or anything, but we called it the dungeon. Y'all kind of have like this little back room, and super nice people working back there, but it was like, it felt like low ceilings, and there's kind of stuff everywhere, and just the amount of volume and the quality of the laundry coming out of there, packaged out of there, and the vans, Blake went and rode with the drivers, and I spent more time with your mom, and it was just wild, the volume that they could do in that small space, and with those washers and dryers that are back in that area back there. I know they use the other space some too when needed, but I was like, we can do this. We can definitely do this. But yeah, obviously we got a lot of advice from your mom about problem solving with troubled customers, how to handle that. We had a lot of questions about that.
Yep.
And then just seeing how the drivers ticketed everything, how they, did their deliveries, how they kind of planned their route, and then, how they folded, how detailed do you get with the sorting, what services, what products you use. Like, there's just a lot of little questions, and we just cut the learning curve down significantly with that visit. And it's a pretty area too, so you get a good vacation when you go.
Yeah, that's great.
And my mom, she just loves meeting with different laundry owners, and that is something we offer to all of our curbside clients, is an opportunity to kind of go behind the scenes to check out Super Suds. And it's not rocket science, but these are all different processes that we've spent, decades now, honing in on. And then that way you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You're just ready to go. You're in Crawford, which is, how far away is that from Athens?
It's like 15, 20 minutes from the east side of Athens.
Got it. And did you know right from the get-go that you're going to be going after Athens on pickup and delivery?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Our county is a very rural county. As you said, there's like 800 or 1,000 in the little town we're in. But there's a lot of through traffic. There's only one red light in this entire county right next to Athens. So it's like, yeah, we're definitely going there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think in Crawford I counted like 15 roads. I mean, it's a small town.
A lot of farms.
That's right.
That's great. I mean, it gives a lot of inspiration to people because, I provide different consultations to different businesses, and sometimes they don't have the population to support that growing pickup and delivery. So, I recommend either going after commercial or look at the towns next door, and you could set up your route so you could hit that town on every other day and the other town to the right of you on the odd days. So you could really expand your coverage. Just curious as far as why you guys chose Curbside Laundries.
So I chose Curbside probably because it was the only thing I knew that existed, and I liked it too. Just watching YouTube videos about laundromats, came across y'all, and there's kind of overwhelmed with good reviews, good videos. I could tell y'all are active with the customer service, and I just felt very confident in it. I didn't honestly even look into any other ones. I think I may have Googled it probably at some point, but it was a pretty quick and easy decision for me.
Yeah, you couldn't find anything that was comparable.
Thank you. Yeah, we're in the business, so we're always adding new features that we look at it as like, what's going to make us more money at our laundromat. So we're laser focused in on both operations and then also revenue opportunities to build up our wash and fold and pickup and delivery business. So on the marketing, so I'm going to share my screen so you could see which ad I'm referring to. So this ad, I'm going to designate as the best wash and fold and pick up and delivery ad there is. It says, time is precious, especially with your little ones. Let us take care of the laundry so you can focus on what truly matters. And so your messaging is so consistent. It's all about, we do the laundry, you do life. And you dive deep into that, where that pattern keeps on repeating. And what I love about this is you look at it and it's like, baby or laundry? What do you want to do? Like, what do you want to spend time? What do you want to spend your time doing? And so you can spend time with family. And it's just such a powerful ad because even the placement of the laundry bag is right behind the baby. So it captures, your line of sight. And it's like the decision without saying it's a decision. And any rational person is going to choose spending time with the baby. It's just so powerful. It's like, and you can see you got engagement on there. You also have your watermark on there, which is so important because I've been seeing a lot of like funny stuff with people lifting at other people's ads, and it's like that's not a cool thing to do. So you've done a great job protecting your assets as well. Did you know from the beginning that was going to be the theme with your marketing? Curious as far as how much thought went into your marketing. Like, how did this come to be?
It kind of came to us as, how valuable is your time? That's kind of what Noah and I kept going back to a lot. What's your time worth to you? Whether it's spending time with your family or doing what you want on the weekends. So yeah, that's kind of what we based it off of for sure.
And then as far as production, did you go about it and take a whole bunch of photos for different ideas? Are you taking a photo once you have the idea? How does that work?
Well, we set up a couple different professional photo shoots. We got a photographer in our local area who does a lot for our different businesses. And yeah, we just we knew we wanted to do something with a family and a baby, and we want to do something with, just having families involved, because the end of the day, I think that's what stood out to us the most. But yeah, she kind of did a little bit of everything, though, not just the family. She did our van, she did our facilities, she did a little bit of everything. But yeah, it was kind of designed, yes.
Nice. And, I come from a real estate background, and photos is what sells. And this is something a lot of people go cheap on, is on the photography. You can tell this is a professional photo, and it's got your branded laundry bag in there. So it wasn't like a stock image you just pulled off the internet. This is real. I was recently put up a home up for lease. And, I'm busy with Curbside and all that, so I wasn't putting as much time into it. And I'm like, I'm not getting the hits that I used to. And then I realized, I only have 12 photos. So I went back to it and I uploaded 40 photos, and then I wound up finding a tenant. Those photos are key. That's what people see online.
To tie into that, we're both real estate agents as well. That's our day job, is listings and brokerage work and investing ourselves. And we always hire someone who knows what they're doing when it comes to photos. I have some photos of houses that are listed, by different people, a year or two later, and one guy walked around with his phone taking pictures versus one guy paid the $300 or $400 for the professional photos. And it's night and day, just as you said. If you can find like somebody local who's just a one-man show photographer, maybe does it on the side, and you set up a couple little quick, photo shoots, the way that they can edit those photos down, you can just kind of keep using them with your marketing for a long time. And they just probably going to look better than what you can do on your own.
Shout out to Ashland Bone Photography in Crawford, Georgia.
Oh, yeah. Many props to them, because they've done a fantastic job. One thing I found in real estate was it's just so competitive, and everybody's really a good marketer because the competition's fierce in real estate, because that's what everybody's doing to get their name out. And what I love in the laundry business is sometimes there's less of a focus on marketing and photography and all the things that work. And so it's easier to stand out. I mean, you guys would stand out regardless, but I'm just saying, for a little bit of effort, getting that professional photographer goes a long ways. Okay, so over here we've got every load handled with care. At Crawford Laundry, we treat laundry like it's our own. You've got two different types of ads going on. One is all about the customer experience, and then also about the care that you take with the laundry. Like, they could trust you.
That's the big hurdle. So I know it sounds like our growth was really fast, but it was not. Early on, there were multiple days with no pickups. It's a slow build. And I remember even saying early on, I was like, if we can just get one new recurring customer a week, we'll have like maybe 40 hold on to them by the end of the year, and it'll be okay. And it's kind of funny where it comes since then. So just be persistent. But yeah, that was a big thing in our area, was that people haven't heard of this. This is kind of a new thing in Athens. A lot of our friends, family, people we talked about thought that this was weird.
Crazy.
Why do you want to touch other people's laundry? That's dumb.
Yeah, why do you want to touch my laundry? Like, I want to do my own laundry. We got a lot of that.
Like when we were testing, starting out, we would give a free promo code, 100% free and it's amazing how hard it was to get people that we knew to use this service for free, just because we wanted to get their feedback on how our folding and packaging and the service was, and just trying to improve and get some volume through the door for practice. Building trust is our other thing. It's like, this service exists, and then you get over that hurdle, and then you go, you can trust us to do it. And then it's just kind of like, then it's normal marketing after that, I guess, where you're just trying to like remind people that you're in the business, and you're just kind of posting content. You
guys had a unique challenge. Providing a new service to a neighborhood that doesn't know about it is one of the most challenging things, because you have to build awareness that this is a thing. That's another place where your marketing just, I think, really helped penetrate into the market. Over here, we got weekends should be spent recharging, not doing laundry. Save yourself time and schedule a laundry pickup for Monday. Fresh, folded, and delivered.
That's what we're selling, is time. We're just trying to let people know it's just another service that you can outsource. It's like having a cleaning lady, or if somebody takes your trash or cuts your yard. If you want to buy back a little bit of your time, here's another option.
Yeah, I love it, because it makes you rethink your weekend. I mean, you work all week, and I want to recharge. So that really resonates with anybody who works. Also, you do a great job with your packaging. I've seen sometimes people make the bags too big, and then it's like not all that convenient if you're carrying around like a Santa Claus bag, and that's really heavy. So yours is, and the presentation is phenomenal. How did you get that type of consistency with your laundrers and attendants?
Yeah, so a lot of practice practice, a lot of trial and error, and a lot of input and feedback from people that we know. So we recruited a lot of friends that are about our age, and a lot of young moms, just a lot of people we gave the service to for free at the start for the first couple of months. We'd let them use it multiple times with the agreement that they give us their honest feedback, because you'd be amazed at how many ways you can fold a towel and how people don't want to see the accent strip, but this person does. And then they want their socks this way, and they want, do you use the board for the shirts? And what do you hang? Do you hang hoodies or do you fold hoodies? That was our main focus while we're letting the business kind of grow and let the marketing get traction. Was we're going to just have the most consistent, highest quality laundry and packaging that we can to try to retain these guys when we get them.
Any kind of critique we got, we tried to take full advantage of it to really make the packaging desirable for the customer.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to go through social media ad after ad to see how to market your laundry service right. And if you'd like to learn more about the Curbside Laundries pickup and delivery and wash and fold point of sale solution, go to curbsidelaundries.com.